Greetings, Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of the Monsters Den. Today we're going to take a look at a double feature produced by none other than Roger Corman, the famous Roger Corman, producer and director of so many cult, horror, exploitation, and sci-fi films from going back into the 50s all the way up to more modern times. Today we're going to look at Galaxy of Terror from 1981 and from 1982, The Forbidden World. Two schlocky sci-fi cult classics that could have only come from Mr. Corman himself. So let's start off with Galaxy of Terror, the first one. So this has been released on Shout Factory or Scream Factory, Blu-ray. Fun film. Mr. Corman obviously was all into the craze about the first Alien movie and the follow-up Aliens, and he was like, you know what? I think I want to make a movie kind of like that. So specifically the first Alien film. So New World Pictures, of course, was his production company. So he helped crank this out in 1981, directed by Bruce Clark, distributed by United Artists, with a big, cast of stars. Both of these films had very notable people in the film. Here you got Edward Albert, Erin Moran, of course, Erin Moran, Joni from Happy Days, Ray Walston, okay, my favorite Martian, a lot of other stuff, Taffy O'Connell, as well as a very young Robert Englund, none other than Freddy Krueger himself. So basically, the story is very similar to the whole Alien thing. On this crew on a spaceship, they wind up going to this this planet, landing on this planet, where of course all sorts of weird things happen, and a lot of craziness ensues. For both of these films and a lot of the Roger Corman productions over the years, never had a big budget for anything, but made do with what they could. What's really interesting is to read or to watch the interviews on the special features of both of these films, where they talk to the production crew and the cast and how they used all sorts of weird things to create the effects. Okay, and just really, really wacky stuff. I just want to make sure I get the whole cast here. You got Bernard Behrens is in this as well. Zalman King, Sid Haig, okay, from House of a Thousand Corpses and lots of other stuff. You got Grace Zabriskie, okay, well, another actress who's been around for quite a bit. Yeah, but there's some classic scenes in here. The creature effects are really low budget and cheesy, but they're fun. All the laser stuff and the spaceship designs and the big spaceship console and all that. Really low budget, but the actors kind of did the best they could with what they had, and I think they really seemed to be into it. There's the most infamous scene, infamous, whatever term you want to use, from this film, is where the giant worm, that's him right here, attacks Taffy O'Connell and basically kind of rapes her, right? Just rips her clothes off, and it's hilarious and it's shocking. And if you watch the special features, she talks all about the creation of that scene and how kind of awkward it was, and all the goo that was put on her. It was ice cold, and just really wacky stuff. The Erin Moran death scene is absolute classic. Again, creating effective special effects with little to no money. That's the way you do it. So I think, this film is kind of eerie. It's silly. It's fun to watch if you like kind of cheesy sci-fi horror from the 80s. And again, it's, they make no bones about basically ripping off Alien, right? Which they do as well, in a weird way, also for 1982's Forbidden World, originally called Mutant. All right, and here we've got another really good cast. You got Jesse Vint, Dawn Dunlop, okay, June Chadwick, Lyndon Chiles, Fox Harris, Michael Bowen. A lot of these folks you've seen before in various other films. And this is the Steelbook edition, also from Shout Factory. Again, cheap, low budget, but effective. creature effects are cool. So there's this kind of like mutated thing that they kind of stumble upon, and he quickly, you know, they're out in space, and he quickly grows and starts killing people on the ship, and morphing into this, you know, big kind of gelatinous black creature, which in a weird way kind of looks like the alien creature, but a lot bigger, wider, bigger head, all that sort of stuff. You know, you've got plenty of nudity in both of these films. You've got the ship's kind of like handyman slash kind of captain, right? And he's in charge of kind of figuring out what's going on with this creature as the creature starts killing them all off. You got the two female characters who kind of, you know, they're kind of like scientists. There's all these scientists on board. You got the one main doctor or scientist, and he's like a, you know, smoking like a chimney, coughing like crazy. Apparently he's got cancer, whatever. And they try to find a way, now that this creature is grown and killing off the crew, and they're trying to find the creature on the ship. The head scientist or doctor comes up with a way that they think they can kill the creature. So then it's like, okay, do they kill the creature first before the rest of the crew is gone? That's the whole plot of the film. Again, interesting creature effects, cheesy gore, plenty of it, lots of nudity, I think they reused a lot of the same sets and things for both of these films because they were done like a year apart from each other. And again, the commentaries and the interviews are what's really funny, because you get this whole cast. Oh, and I do want to mention James Cameron actually was, I think, a production designer. Hold on, I'll tell you exactly what it was. James Cameron, let's see. Yeah, he was a production designer and second unit director on this particular film. So this is pre, you know, Titanic and Terminator and all that stuff, and Avatar and what have you. And then a lot of the stuff that was utilized in this film, they reused here. A lot of the set designs and things like that. So because they did these so soon afterwards. So pretty cool films. A lot of cool creatures, as cheesy as they are. And, you know, these would not be the only ones that Roger Corman would kind of helm, either from the production chair or the director's chair. There were all sorts of wacky films that came out in the 80s and in the 90s from his production company, which, of course, was New World Pictures. So definitely check these out. I would say the quality of both of these Blu-rays, this is the Steelbook for this and the regular Blu-ray, they're both, you know, high definition, really good, really clear. I mean, these films are nearly 40 years old, right? But they look great, they sound great, and you know, if you like kind of cheeseball 80s sci-fi horror, you need them in your collection. So visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. I'm not sure if there will be any more programming coming up between now and the 1st. Obviously, we got, you know, New Year's Eve tomorrow, last day of 2020, thankfully, and then 2021 starts on Friday, so we've got a whole bunch of stuff coming up next week. We were hoping to get another Monsters Den in this week with both Rich Catino and Chris Sallow. We're going to do a zombie episode that's been moved up to next Tuesday. We'll see how it goes, I may crank out another Monsters Den episode either later today or tomorrow, or we'll see how that goes, all right? But otherwise, more music stuff coming up starting over the weekend and definitely into next week. So ranking the album shows, all sorts of things happening, so there's a lot on the schedule. So stay tuned for all that. And thanks, everybody. We really appreciate it. Happy New Year, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.